Well, hello, this is Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Parksville, Vancouver Island. And I've been doing Facebook Lives for a while, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different as I was talking to my little community of crafters, and they wanted to see a little bit of variety. So now I am doing 1 or 2 different weeks. I'll be doing a Create with Me, and then one with techniques, and then also one which I call Step It Up. And so if you're joining me, please comment so that I know you're there. And if you can like my video, if you're catching me live, and if you're not catching me live, be sure to go to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the replay as well. And of course, anything you can get to anything, my online store, everything on madelinescraftroom.net. So glad you can join me tonight. Tonight is Create with Me. So if you got the notice that I had posted with all these different measurements, and if you're ready to create with me, that is fantastic. And if not, you can watch along and join in with us. And yes, please feel free to participate. Excuse me, with me. So if you noticed, one of the big things that we have here is we have a white and we have one different color and then a DSP. Now I chose, oh, got a tickle all of a sudden in my throat. I chose this beautiful paper, which is the fancy Flora designer paper. And but you could use any kind of designer paper. We have so many beautiful ones. Stampin' Up! Just keep stepping up the game with so many amazing designer papers. But this is actually the one I believe that I chose here for today. So you can see there are many, many different choices. But so I have all the different measurements. We're going to put some of these kind of aside for a little bit, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put all this together. So the first one that we want to start with is this piece here. And so this is a white piece of cardstock that is 3¼ by 5. Hello there, ladies. Be sure to say hello. I'd love to see who's joining me. And so we have this here that we're going to do some stamping. Now, I'm going to show you a little sneak peek. What I do is I keep a card file of different templates. Oh, it's Wendy. Hi, Wendy. I keep a file of different card fun folds or other different templates. And then that way I always have my patterns to be able to recreate. And in this case, I got this card, I believe it was from a swap last year. Do I even remember who made that? No, I don't. And the paper has fallen off. But it is kind of a bendy card, as you can see here. So that is what we are going to make tonight. So if you can see here, this light's a little bright. I'm going to try to go that way a bit. You can see here, this is the designer paper, which I have. Oops, you can't see it. I have this one here. And then there's another little skinny strip, and that's this piece here. So she used the greens, and I am going to use the blues with the Calypso Coral. So as you can see on this white paper, she has done a little bit of stamping in the background. So we don't want something too dark, but something that we can put our sentiments. So this is what I'm going to do here. Now, I right now have this beautiful new, and it's actually not even available. It's been so popular. The irresistible blooms. And oh my goodness, is it ever a beautiful, not just stamp set, but the dies are amazing. So that is actually what I'm going to use tonight. And because my paper uses Calypso Coral, I wonder if it's better with that light. I'm going to try it without it. Let's try it. Oh, then you see shadows. I think we better stick to that. Okay, so I'm going to use Calypso Coral. If I can open it up here. And then I have here, where did I have, oops, I just left it over here. The leaves, and I left, let's see, I've got 2 flowers. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use the big or the little flower, and I'm also going to use the little leaf. Now, when I use the leaf, one of the coordinating colors is the soft succulent. So I'm going to try that. So again, this is the idea of create with me. It's not only that you can create with me, but it's another way to be able to learn different ideas of things with the stamps and sets that we already have at home, and just giving you some more ideas to be able to use them, because we don't want our stamps sitting on the shelf. We want them to be used and enjoyed. So I'm going to just try stamping this off, and you can see it's pretty dark. So if I go down again, then it's fairly light. And actually that's what I want, because again, if you look at this one, the sentiment is dark, but the flower or the leaves in that case is not. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to, which way do I go? I'm going to put maybe one over here, and then I'm going to stamp another one, and I'll put another one maybe over here. So again, just depending on what image you're doing, you can do whatever you like. So now I'm going to take some leaves, and I don't even know if I'm going to specifically put them. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to exactly put them. I might put a few, but I'm not going to exactly put them, exactly where we would normally maybe put leaves, because I'm going to have some going off. And I think I'm going to have another one going this way. Oh, I just remembered we have to score this too. So we don't need to put too much in that corner. I think I'm going to put one there. I'm going to have another one going this way. And that way. I think that's good. I don't want something too dark. Now I'm going to put this away. And what I love in this is this beautiful font. Look at that fancy thank you. So that's what I'm going to use here. Oh, and I left my black just over here. We had club last night where we used this beautiful set as well and made some gorgeous cards. So in this case, I'm going to use the black. I'm just going to push that over for a minute. Oop. Get it quite dark. Let's just make sure that's, oh yes, that's nicely inked up. I want it fairly dark. Now, when they did this card, you can see that it was a very large stamp. I'm not going to use that big of a stamp, but I want to be able to have it kind of maybe in that spot there. So there you go. So you kind of got a little bit of decoration, but it's not, other than the black, it's not really, really dark. So I'm just going to close up my ink pads, because if you leave ink pads lying around on your desk, pretty much can guarantee that you're going to get your card or your hand or something in there, and that's not good. So now we're going to pull out our fantastic cut and trimming machine. And what is really beautiful about these is, of course, we've got a cut and a score. We are only going to use the scoring, and we are going to take this and only do a smidge. So what would we call that? Not even quite, just over a quarter. I think it, let me look. Where's my card? I keep losing my card. Oh, she did go over a little bit. Okay, so we can say quarter. Okay, and then, not a quarter, that'd be a half inch, lady, sorry. Okay, so that's where we've done some stamping. That's all we're going to do with stamping. So this is now, we're all ready to put things together. So I am going to bring my silicone mat back in here because we're going to do some gluing. So now I have 2 skinny strips. Oh, there's Carly. Hello, Carly. So we have 1 inch by 6.5. And then we have the DSP, which is 3/4 by 5.25. And so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And of course, left that over there too. It's okay. We got, or is this the one that's getting empty? Oh, back again over here. Oh dear, musical chairs. Okay, so now we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive on there. If I can get my finger to work. Okay. And now you're going to notice we have to actually score the edges here too, but I'm going to purposely put this on first. Did I put my score? Yeah, I put my scoring and trimming machine down here. So we're going to do the same. Now we're going to put at 1/2 inch. We're going to score. Don't cut. Make sure you're just scoring. 1/2 inch. Okay. So now we got that. And now one more thing we're going to glue. Now I chose this DSP because I just love that. And I thought, wow, that would look very pretty in the background. So this DSP is 5.25 by 4 inches. And our color, again, whatever color coordinates with what you're doing, 5.5 by 4.25. So we're going to glue this now onto here. So we're going to go all the way around, just a little bit of adhesive, just like that. There we go. So if you're creating with me, you're more than welcome to join me right after we do this live. And what we're going to do is do on the VIP page, I have a Zoom link that you can join me. And then what we can do is we can show each other what we've been busy making. So I'd love to see what designer paper you're using. And I mean, you're free to use it in the comments as well. But if you want to, I know that was what everybody was saying to me. They really liked that when we would have an opportunity to be able to share what all we've been busy doing. So, okay. So now we got our 2 pieces. And as you can see, I just folded them like that, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to put, here's my silicone mat again, just a little bit of glue on this side and a little bit of glue on this side. And then, and of course, decide which way you want to do it. I don't think it really matters too much. I'm going to put it on this side. And we're going to snug that up. See if you can see. We're going to put it right on the bottom so that the edge coordinates there. And we're going to coordinate this edge onto this edge. My table's dark, so I'm going to pick it up so you can see that it's exactly level. So on all 3 sides here, it's all matching there. So basically now, oh, I forgot to score in the middle of my card. Hold on. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Getting too excited to get going. No, we need to put the half. Where's my note that told me that? Okay, so this is 5.5. And this piece is, what did I say, 5.25? So what does that make it? 3.25. Is that about right? Let's see. I'm just going to do it very light so we can just see if that's correct. I don't believe it. It is correct. How about that? Sometimes those fancy math. Okay, not 3.25. I'm saying 2 3/4. Get the shirt out of the trimmer. All right. Now it will work. Okay, now where did our paper go? Get it on there. That is the good thing, ladies, when you are using the glue, the Tombow glue. It does give you a bit of wiggle space. And of course, that's fantastic because, see, you could quickly lift it and fix it. So there we go. Now we're going to have our bendy, and now we're going to do our other bendy. Hello there. Who else is out there? Someone else is joining me. And if you're catching the replay, be sure to check. I'll put the video also on YouTube, and you can watch it there as well. But it will be on my public Facebook page. I'm doing it now on that page so that more of you can join in and see what all we're doing. So this week is Create with Me, and then next week will be Technique, because that's the other thing that everybody said they wanted to learn more techniques. So that one will be very specific to techniques. Okay, so now we're going to get this. And we're going to center that in there like that. And it's sticking out a little bit for some reason. Oh, it's Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Nice that you could join us. Yes, nice to see somebody joining me live. That's fantastic. Okay, so now we have our two bendies. Can you see that? So we have our two bends. So you get to still see all the beautiful color inside, but then you have this decorated spot. And then you also, if you remember, we had here 2 pieces of paper, a white cardstock, 2.5 by 4 inches. And what this was for is that we could, let me bring my paper back in. We could use, you have to have a place to sign your card, obviously. So, no, I think we're going to do the small flower. Let's do that. So we're going to put this in here. So now we're going to use, I think this time we're going to use full strength. Why not? So we're going to stamp that in there. I think I'm going to do both. So again, it just depends if you were doing an animal or whatever image, you could then put it on whatever side. But I'm going to put it on opposite ends like that. Is what I think I'm going to do with this one. Okay. So now I'm going to lift this up, get our paper out of the way so you can see it a little more. And now we're going to put glue on the back. And then the next thing we're going to get ready is to do some embellishments. So let's put this on here. So we're going to bring this over here. Put that on to the back. And again, like I say, I mean, you could have put it that way. You can put them whichever way you want in terms of what you have stamped. And of course, if you wanted to put a little bit more of a stamped sentiment, you could do that, or just leave more room for writing. That's the beautiful options that you have. So there we have the back. So now we have lots of room for writing, and then we have this beautiful card. Now, if you wanted to, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. too many exciting things. Where did I put my embellishments? I was thinking that maybe we could use what are these called solid faceted gems. They have a, no, that won't look nice. I was thinking maybe this blue might look nice. The other thing, that blue might look kind of nice. So we're going to think about that. You tell me your opinion as to which one we should put on. Oh, and then the other option is we could just use something that goes with anything, like, of course, our rhinestones. That would look pretty too. So tell me what one you think we should use. And while you're telling me that, I am just going to put a little bit of Wink Stella on my flower here. So yeah, because my printing wasn't that, or my stamped image wasn't too big, I probably could have used full strength, but that's okay. I didn't want it to take away from the image. Anybody have any ideas of what you think? We could also put maybe some, if we use rhinestones, we could maybe put it in the middle. Or what about those blue flowers? What do you think? So you may not be able to see that. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can see, but anyway, Wink Castella does make it look beautiful. So there we have that. Okay, I don't see anybody giving me suggestions. So let me take one of these guys and we're just going to hold it over and see what we think. What do you think? I'm just going to lay it. Don't put it down hard. Or we could take a rhinestone. Which one do you think? Ooh, I think I kind of like the rhinestone. Yes, you have a template file too. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Wendy? Because when you start to, think, oh, what am I going to do? It gives you so many ideas and you pull it out and there you've got all your measurements and everything. So I find that very helpful, and especially because I have the measurements that I put on the back of my card, then I always have the measurements and it makes it really easy to make a card. So what do you think? I'm kind of thinking the rhinestone. Now let's put some more big rhinestones here. So I think I'm going to put one in each one. But you can see it's actually a very easy card. It certainly doesn't take that much time. And if you were going to make a whole bunch of cards, the nice thing is that you could do all that cutting and then you can see how easy it is to put together. Boom, boom, and it's done. So let me see. I think I might put just another one. So we'll make it 5, but we'll just put a few more rather than just 3. Oh, get this in here right. So there we have our card. Now again, this is the one that I had in my template file. And so you can see here she put just one on each side. So again, there's many different ways that you can do it. And this is a good way to use a big stamp, but you don't have to. Again, you can make it the focus whatever way you want. But whether you're using the bay side, which one? By the Bay, or just so many different stamp sets would work. Any of the flowers, so many beautiful ones would work good on there. So what a nice way to showcase your DSP. So thank you very much for joining me, ladies. And yes, if you go to Madeline's Craft Room, you'll be able to see all my classes that I have posted for March and for April, and with the links that you can sign up. And starting just in 2 days, we have the in-person tool studio. So it's really nice to be back in person as well. But yes, you could check that out. And of course, from there, you can go to my online store or to my other social media, as well, including YouTube. So everything is there. And if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. And if you're a VIP, join me in a few minutes over on our VIP group on the Zoom link. And we'd love to see what you made. Thanks, ladies. See you next Thursday. Bye-bye.